13 seconds.
Call to order, City Council meeting for Tuesday, October 1st, 2024. If I could get a roll call, please.
Gesme.
Here.
Grote.
Here.
Jepson, absent. Johnson.
Oh, is he on there?
Absent. Oh, zooming.
Cronenberger.
Here.
Lundell.
Here.
Montgomery.
Here, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If I could get an approval for tonight's agenda.
So moved.
Motion from Lundell,
I'll second.
second from Lisa. Do we need to do roll call with Diane? We'll do a roll call vote then. Motion by Lundell, second by Lisa.
Gesme.
Aye.
Grote.
Aye.
Jepson, absent. Johnson.
She's on mute.
Your mic is on mute.
Diane, you're muted if you can hear us.
Cronenberger.
Aye.
Lundell.
Aye.
Passes.
Approved. Gets us to public input. Public input is intended to afford the public an opportunity to address concerns to the City Council. The public input will be no longer than 30 minutes in total length, and each speaker will have no more than 3 minutes to speak. Speakers may address topics relevant to the governance of the city. Speakers must sign up in advance and must provide their name, address, and the topic they intend to address. Comments must be on topic, respectful, pertinent, and to city business, and adhere to the applicable data privacy rules. Any speaker that violates these rules will be asked to sit down. If the speaker refuses to comply, they may be removed from the meeting. Speakers shall not address topics that are the subject of a public hearing. All such comments shall be made at the public hearing. The City Council will not generally act on issues raised by the public input, but may choose to schedule consideration of the item on a future agenda. First up tonight, I'm going to get it right. Kurt Beisel? Yep. There we go. Racetrack.
Again, thank you, Council, for allowing me to speak with you this evening. Again, considering the racetrack, over the past nearly 2 years, the city and the Fair Board have been trying to decipher if the Fair Board is actually a county fair and whether it holds a status as an agricultural society. During the May 3rd Council meeting in 2023, the city attorney had mentioned that this was difficult to answer and would require further clarification. Without providing proof of its legal status and without official approval from the city, the Fair Board decided to continue building a racetrack on the west side within city limits. I stand here this evening speaking on behalf of the many residents of Cannon Falls who have been adversely affected by the development of a racetrack within our town. We'd like to thank Derek Lundell and along with the rest of the City Council for keeping this difficult issue at the forefront. Fighting to keep a racetrack within city limits this day and age with specific statutes having been passed by the MPCA to help avoid such issues is incomprehensible. We believe in due process, and we fully support the City Council in their efforts to hold the Fair Board accountable and for the racetrack to be shut down permanently. We stand for the right for enjoyment of our own properties. We stand for the protection of our homes, and we stand for the future growth of our community. Thank you.
Thanks, Kurt. Thanks, Kurt. Gary Johnson up next, also at the racetrack.
Pretty hard to top that, so I'm just gonna go with that. But I disapprove the racetrack, the noise levels and stuff, and it doesn't seem like anything's getting done. They're kicking the things back and forth. You can't get an answer from anybody why their decibels, it's exceeding the level, PCA's level, and nothing gets, no, I don't punish anybody for it. They just keep doing it, and why isn't somebody stepping in and doing it? And the state has offered decibel meters to the city, and nobody has gone up to pick them up for some reason. I guess that's all I got to say. Thank you.
Thanks, Gary. Next up, Babel Gorman, Keller Bartman.
Good evening. I sent you all an email back in July concerning Keller Bartman. What I'd like to say is it looks really nice out there. I mean, I'm still not a fan of a big apartment complex like that, but that's probably the way I am. But it's well put together. There were many, many problems. I cited them in that email. There continues to be a couple that I think should be addressed. And this body has discussed, and even Derek brought it up, about following ordinances, and the city council must see to it that they are. This developer installed public improvements. It has not been presented to the council or accepted by the council. In order for it to become public property, it must be done by resolution, and it hasn't not been brought forth to this body. Parking. There's still people that are paying for parking, and there is a city ordinances that says that in multiple dwellings like this, you cannot charge for parking, but they are. And nobody seems to address that, and I know of people that are still paying that. The landscape plan that was brought before this body and approved has not been fulfilled according to plan. And they did have a banner up on the side of the building. Just came down here this weekend, I think. But it sat there all spring and all summer. It's got a 15-day shelf life on that license, and I don't believe there ever was a license. So my question is, why does the city choose to make some comply with the law while others get a free pass? Thank you for your time.
Thank you. That gets us on to the public hearing. Tonight we have the introduction and first reading of Ordinance 406, an ordinance amending City Code Title III relating to fees, charges, and rates. Neil, if you want to go through what's all included in Ordinance 406.
Sure. Everything that we discussed during the budget process, 4% increase in sanitary, water, and storm fees have been including this. We also discussed a 10% reduction in the on-sale licenses. That was included. We added a sexually orientated business fee of $2,500. That seemed to be typical of, throughout the, as I call it, the loop area towns. There was a few police items that we just clarified, no increases in fees. So I think that's all what we really adjusted. Last year we adjusted all the pool and park fees that the Park and Public Works talked about, and they all went up. They hadn't been pushed up for a long time, so we increased them last year, and they seem to be okay for this year. So with it, you got, like I said, a 4% increase in water and sewer rates, 10% reduction in on-sale liquor licenses, and then a fee for sexually orientated business.
Any discussion or questions from the council?
Is that, in Appendix A, is that reflecting the 10%?
Correct.
Okay.
At least you put it in there, right?
Anything else from the council? I really like that we took another look at this and that we're doing that gesture to the businesses with the liquor license, we know that the number is not huge, but it's at least the gesture to those local businesses. Any other questions or comments? If not, I would entertain a motion to, oh, that's right, public hearing, sorry. The public hearing is open. If anybody would like to come up to the mic and speak about the Ordinance 406, amending our City Code Title III relating to fees, charges, and rates. Mr. O'Gorman.
Thank you. Neil brought up about the sexually orientated business fee. That's been kicked around here for 3 years, and now it finally showed up on the fee schedule. What is not on the fee schedule is the background check. And it specifically talks about it in ordinance 120.05B. So there is no fee for a background check, and I think there's supposed to be. Massage therapists have a background check and a fee to it. So I don't know why the sexually orientated business would not have, but it's missing. There's sign fees on there, but there is not a banner fee. That banner that I talked about at Keller Bartman had a 15-day shelf life. Banners do require a license. Banners, pennants, and similar devices shall require a license. Ordinance 152.352. I don't see it on the fee schedule. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Public hearing's still open if anybody would like to step up. Second call, if anybody would like to step up and talk about the fees. Third and final call here for the public hearing. All right, public hearing is closed. The points that were made by Mr. O'Gorman, is that anything that needs to be addressed? If the word background check is put on that line for the sexual-oriented license, if that is a necessity? We'll look into it. Okay. Any other questions, comments from the council? Hearing none, I'd entertain a motion. Yeah.
So, can we vote on it as stated, or do we got to address those concerns first?
Or can we vote on it as is and make an amendment at a later date?
We can do that. The reason we have it on in October is because of the 10% reduction in on-sale liquor license. If we don't get that done, there won't be a 10% reduction because we have to send out the applications.
So we can pass it as is and then take a look at those points that were brought up. And if there's an amendment that needs to be changed at a later date, we can vote on that separately. Does that sound okay to the council?
Well, couldn't we just add it? I mean, we have initial massage therapist application background check, or because we did a public hearing, then you can't, you'd have to do another public hearing. Because couldn't we just add
Background check.
sexually oriented business background check, $100?
What's the 2,500 for?
That's the license. That's not for the background check.
I don't know. Seems like when you have a
I would
liquor
look more
license.
to the liquor license,
Right.
which has a set minimum, but it can increase depending upon if you're, having to do multiple state research and that type of stuff. Just my suggestion would be to look at that as your wording for sexually oriented business as opposed to a massage license.
Okay.
And don't we do a background check on new liquor licenses?
Yeah, all new, in fact, renewals also get them too.
Right. And there's no fee for that, but I don't know why it couldn't be $2,500 and that's included in that.
Okay.
I believe there is a background fee on the liquor. I'd have to look at the ordinance, but I think there is.
Okay.
Anything else from the council? If not, I'd entertain a motion to approve ordinance 406, the ordinance amending City Code Title III relating to fees, charges, rates.
So moved.
Motion from Lisa.
Second.
Second from Steve. We'll do a roll call vote.
Gesby,
Aye.
Grote,
Aye.
Jepson, absent. Johnson, Cronenberger,
Aye.
Lindell.
Aye.
Approved.
I think we made it.
All right, gets us to consent agenda. Consent agenda items may be adopted under one motion as presented or may be removed for discussion and resolution as council business. Item A, just and correct claims for the accounting period ending on September 24th, 2024. Item B, meeting minutes for September 17th, 2024, the city council meeting. And item C, approve Goodhue County agreement for cannabis retail sales. Is there anything the council would like to pull down for further discussion? Hearing none, I would entertain a motion to approve tonight's consent agenda.
So moved.
Motion from Lindell,
Second.
second from Cronenberger. Any further discussion? We'll take a roll call vote.
Gesme.
Aye.
Grote.
Aye.
Jepson is absent. Johnson. Cronenberger.
Aye.
Lindell.
Aye.
Passes. All right. Gets us to reports. Anything, Joint Powers Trail Board, you gave us some literature here tonight?
Yeah, they have the annual reports. I gave them to everybody up here. There's more if anybody is interested. They have said the county had come in and investigated or analyzed the bridges, and there are some bridges that are in desperate need of repair. So we're working on that, figuring out which need to be done first. Some of them they felt were bad enough that they don't even want the trail board or the trail employees driving over them anymore.
Oh,
So, yeah, so that's a priority, obviously. And then they also did the grant to address the erosion of the side of marker 14.
Okay.
The land is, or the, what's the right word? The bankment or whatever.
The bank is eroding.
Yeah, so we're waiting for that to come back. That's like $1 million project.
It's a big one.
That's it.
all right. We'll go around the horn. Jed, Public Works, anything?
First off is next week, the utilities are going to start flushing, hydrant flushing. So this can stir up and cause yellow water a little bit as we flush the hydrants. Just give everybody a heads up that we are flushing. I know that Laura posted it on Facebook, and we trying to get the word out. Just, it may tint your water a little bit yellow for a day or two. So we're making headway with John Birch Park. The wall got stained.
Yeah.
First base is going to get concrete poured on the roof and on the floor this week.
Wow.
Third base dugout is supposed to get the back steps and landing poured here. I thought it was this week, maybe not. But we're moving along. They were able to pull stuff off the infield so that we can get the grass to grow, so everything will be ready for next season. 3rd Street in Cannon, we got asphalt. They poured the driveway approaches today, and they got some final grading and some punch list items, and it seems like we're moving along. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
So the 3rd Street Bridge, I've got a few questions on why they haven't opened it yet. When they first started working on it this spring, they had a couple close calls with people driving pretty fast through there, so they'd like to keep it closed until they are out of there. So just for safety concerns. Hardwood Estates, we got power been put in, and small utilities are going in. They're doing the final grading, getting black dirt all over everything. They paved 72nd Avenue Way. They will pave the turn lane tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Thursday. And and it should be ready for people to start building and moving in.
Awesome.
So, and that is it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Jed. Laura.
I will also speak to Hardwood Estates, just a little update. We have closed on 6 lots so far. There's 2 models that are up, Fieldstone Family Homes. They were on the parade of homes, and they were very happy with the traffic, actually overly joyed, I would say, with the amount of traffic that they had from Fridays through Sundays, and then also during the week they had people coming through. We do have one of the single-family homes from a private party is under construction, and then the first set of townhomes will be breaking ground probably this month. And then we still have 4 lots under contract, and 3 of those will close this month. So we've got some good activity happening there. You stole my thunder about the paving, but I'll let you have that, Jed. Let's see. And then just shifting toward the fire department, last week we got 2 awards from grants. One was a $4,000 grant from Compeer Financial for emergency rural services equipment. So that'll be used to purchase 2 multi-gas sensors that they'll be replacing. They have some older ones, so this will replace those 2. So that was a $4,000 grant. And then on Friday, we were awarded $50,000 for new radios because they need to upgrade their radios so that they'll be compatible with the other public services and or safety patrol and whatnot. But sadly, $50,000 will get them 8. It's about almost $500,000 to replace all of their radios, but we got something. So, so their intent is to get the ones that will be in all of the rigs to start with, and then we'll chip away at other grant opportunities so that they have the handheld ones. So, and yeah, so we asked for 70,000 and we got 50, but there was 100 and I'm trying to think of how many. I have the letter here. The state had 170 entities apply with $23 million in requested grant funds, and their initial estimate was to give $40,000 to those that applied, and I'm like, that's not going to go very far. So the fact that we got 50,000 was great. So, but I believe that is all I have.
All right. Thank you, Laura. Chief?
The only thing I had was we received notice from the Peace Officers and Standards and Training Board. They conducted an audit this summer, and we were in compliance with all the training and policy requirements that they have, and they sent us a letter to let us know. Just wanted to pass that on.
Awesome. Thank you, Chief. Sarah, nothing? Neil?
Next Wednesday, we have a work session. Everybody keep that on your calendar. To be there 6 o'clock. I want to address the color abutment public improvements. We haven't finalized that yet because it's not done. There's a couple punch list left. Mm-hmm. So we're on it. We got it. Don't worry, we'll get her. So, all right.
All right. Laura?
Oh, sorry. I thought I was thinking Laura Qualley. I was making sure that the work session's on my phone.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't want to get a text from Neil.
I thought I got a head nod that you were, and then it's
sorry.
like, okay, no, it's all good.
I'm good.
Naughty, nod.
Right? No, I'm good. Thank you.
All right. Lisa?
No, nothing for me.
Derek? Steve?
Nope.
I got 2 quick things. Or, Diane, we haven't been able to hear you. I would go to you, but we can't hear you. We can see you. All right. Okay. I'll try to be quick. This Saturday, October 5th, at the Fire Hall, I think, is the benefit breakfast for Jonathan Altoff, who is the son of our former Public Works Director and Fire Chief, Mike Altoff. I believe he was diagnosed with leukemia here recently, so strongly encourage anybody who has the time and the ability to go there and support a local family that's done a lot for our community. And along those lines, former Mayor Altoff passed recently, and between the last time that I was here at council to see you, there was the service, and there were some extremely kind words spoke from his sons, Mitch and Mike, and the stories that were told. It was definitely a celebration of life, and I just remember that when he was mayor and I was sitting over there, every meeting he would say, instead of meeting minutes, he'd say minute meetings. Yes. And Derek and I would make eye contact and kind of chuckle a little bit, and we never corrected him. So I don't know what the reason was or if it was just that tick, but I remember him with fondness. I thought that he did an amazing job as mayor, and I hope that we as a council are just continuing on that vision for our community. So that's all I got. So I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Can I speak again or not?
We're just going to end the meeting.
So moved.
Laura, and then a second from Derek. Sure. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you, everybody.